Welcome, Virgo, to your 2021 forecast reading for Virgo's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Before I get into the tarot, I am going to quickly do an energy clearing. Alright, Virgo. So I'm going to be doing a 12 card spread, 12 cards for the 12 months in the year of 2021 for Virgo's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And as I shuffle, just picture what you're envisioning for yourselves in the year of 2021, what your intentions are. Just visualize that energy going into the deck as I shuffle. And we can see what comes up. Alright. Sorry about that. I'm going to get these cards placed out here. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to start with the top row as the first quarter and the bottom row as the second quarter and do it like a storyline. So we'll go over each one. Alright, we got the star as the first card. That's really good. The moon in the upright. These are both in the upright. The 4 pentacles in the upright. Okay. The 10 of cups in the reversed. Okay. The ace of pentacles in the upright. The 5 of cups in the reversed. Okay. Well, so to start off, Virgo, you are coming in as the star here in the beginning of 2021. So you're really coming in like you're basically, the spotlight is on you right now. People are looking to you for hope and inspiration. Whatever you're doing during this time could be inspiring people. Maybe your career is under like a lot of spotlight right now. Like maybe you're having a lot of success in your career and you're like the star, like the spotlight of your job. You could be the boss, or you could just be the person that lights up the room at your work, and people just see you as the star. They're inspired by you and how you carry yourself. There's just something about you people really love that fills people with hope. This is also a sign that if you have been lacking faith or hope, that whatever situation you're going through where you've lacked that there is definitely hope for you. And there's definitely faith you should be having and belief that things are going to turn around for you and that good things are going to be coming. Because, I don't know, 2020 was a really intense year. So if you had any things go wrong in the year of 2020, this is just letting you know, like in the start of this year of 2021, there's a lot of things for you to have hope for and to look forward to and have faith in, including yourself. You need to believe in yourself, Virgo, because there are people around you who believe in you, and you need to remember to continue to believe in yourself as well. I'm not saying you guys don't, but for any of you Virgos who maybe have been struggling with that, the star is just here to remind you that you can believe in yourself, because you have the potential to do great things for yourself and for others. So I really like this energy. You're actually the first person who's really come in with a positive energy during the start of the year, or at least one of the rare ones, because all the other signs I was doing, it was a lot of intense stuff they were getting, but yours is coming out really good. So, and with this moon card, I think it's just maybe like, again, I think something along with what you were going through in your past or some situation you're dealing with has been causing you to feel insecure and confused about maybe like your direction or your purpose or just like where you stand in some of your relationships. But again, like the stars here next to it to let you know, like not to worry about that and feel confused because there's hope for you. And you can have faith that things are going to work out no matter what, even if you can't see, exactly what's coming. Like there are good things happening behind the scenes, even if like you can't see it in front of you. There could be people too you're dealing with that are just causing you to feel confused and insecure about yourself or just about where you stand with these people. If you're in a relationship, for you coupled Virgos, you might be in a relationship where someone who doesn't really express themselves clearly with you on where they stand with you, which leaves you kind of hanging, like feeling confused about where you stand. Like, okay, well, I really like it could be one of those things where you tell someone I love you and then they don't say it back the first time. Like I'm just using an example. I'm not saying that's your situation, but it's making me think of something like that where it's like you tell someone you love them for the first time and then they don't say it back right away and you're left confused like, "Oh, like should I have said that?" or like, "Do you love me too?" or like maybe they just weren't ready to say it back. And so like that could be for some of you Virgos, you could have like confessed your love to somebody and they haven't given you an answer of like how they feel in return, which could be leaving you feeling confused. That's not going to be the case for all of you, so take what resonates. But I'm just saying, like, I just get the feeling someone has left you confused about where you stand with them. And it doesn't just have to be a romantic partner for you single Virgos. This could be a friend, this could be a coworker, this could be a family member, just someone that you're close with who just isn't being clear on their intentions with you or just like why they've been treating you the way they've been treating you lately. So yeah, but again, like I said, you have the star next to this, so it's like there's hope for this situation. You just kind of have to let like those feelings of confusion pass and not let your emotions muddy the waters. Just let things settle. But in the meantime, I think it's just really important for you to just keep focused on your career because you're getting a lot of security and money and foundation from that, like strength in that. You have a lot of control over your finances right now, and you're feeling very stable and secure in that. So I think it's going to be important that you like stay focused in that energy and stay harnessed in like your security financially with your job. I just think you're doing really well in your career. So like if your relationships are kind of like getting in the way of like how you're performing at work, just try to keep it separate just because I don't know, like I just see that you're doing great things for yourself in your career, Virgo. So it'd be a shame if like a relationship that was going through a difficult phase or situation was getting in the way of you performing well at work. You know what I mean? Because like, especially if you live with this partner, like for those of you who are couples, if you live with a boyfriend or your girlfriend, and you guys are arguing or you're just going through a difficult time in your communication, that can get in the way when you're going to work. You know, you could go to work and your whole mood's off because of like what you're dealing with at home with your partner or with a friend, whatever it is. Like, I just feel strongly like to not let that energy like take over your workspace and like how you perform in your work. Just because when you're doing so well, and you're making really good progress in that area, it would be a shame to have something get in the way of that progress, especially when it's going in a really good direction. So it's just like a distraction. Like just don't let it distract you from your goals, basically. Because no matter what, like our relationships are going to be there. You're gonna figure it out. Just don't let it consume the time you have at work. Like keep that outside of work. That's just for some of you Virgos out there. I just felt that message coming through, just because I just feel like you guys are doing well in your work and nothing should like get in the way of you doing well at work. Because we have this 10 of Cups in the reverse. So like I said, I was talking about relationships, right? Like for some of you, you're just going through an unhappy period in your relationship with your partner. For you coupled Virgos out there, some of you could also be going through a breakup. That's not going to resonate for everybody, but some of you out there might just be in a place where like the relationship is just not like, how should I put this? It feels like a broken relationship. Like there's a lot of neglect happening in this relationship. And misalignment. Like there's just something about this relationship that is not, like I said, because it's leaving you feeling confused, right? Again, these are for Virgos who resonate with this. this relationship, like I said, could be leaving you feeling confused, neglected, not knowing where you stand. Um, just feeling as if like you're putting so much into it, but you're not getting an even amount of energy in return, like emotionally speaking. There's just something broken happening in this relationship. Does that have to be permanent? No. Like, you guys could just be taking a break. It doesn't have to be an actual breakup. But I do feel for some of you, you are just eventually going to be going through a breakup with this person, and you're just going to have to find a way to be okay with that and fill the void of the pain with the breakup with like your work again, because we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is like abundance, money, like again, opportunities coming your way that are really good. Um, so it's like I said, like your career is like flourishing right now. It's just there's some stuff going on in your relationships that's like dark and confusing and emotional. Um, and there's just like for those of you who are coupled, I think your partner has just been neglecting you emotionally, and that's why you feel so confused, because you're like, I nurture this person so much, I take care of them, because that's how you Virgos are. You're very like, you take care of your partner, like you're very committed to like being loyal and devoted to your partner, and making them feel comfortable. But like if you're not being reciprocated, as a Virgo, I know that makes you guys feel very emotionally unstable, because it's important for you to have that type of security, you know, in your relationships, not just security in your work, but like security in your close relationships. You care to have that stability, and if you don't have a strong foundation you're standing on in a relationship, it can really weigh you down emotionally. Um, because like I said, you're someone who's all about being stable, standing on a firm foundation, being secure within yourself. That's just how you guys are. You're very organized people. So when your relationships aren't organized, especially the relationships that mean a lot to you emotionally, it can really just mess with like your confidence, you know, like, and it can make you feel very insecure. So, if you are going through something like with a situation like this in a relationship, whether you're coupled or you're single, and like I said, it doesn't just have to be romance. It can be a friendship. It can be a family relationship. It can be a coworker. Um, but just know that, you know, this relationship isn't going to dictate your success and the things you're going to be doing. Because like I said, you are the star. So you have a lot of good things happening for you, even if there are people around you who are just not treating you as if you're the star, if that makes sense, you know. There's just some people who are just not as tuned in with you or in alignment with where you're at in life, and you'll just have to find a way to be okay with that. And then, like I said, for others of you, that has nothing to do with romance and relationships. For single Virgos, I think it's just like I said, there's just other relationships around you that are just kind of not offering you what you need anymore. They're broken friendships. Like I said, you could have friends that like you put so much energy into an investment into, and some of these friends just don't even acknowledge you enough or give to you enough the way you give to them. So you might just lose a couple friends this year, or a friendship with somebody who you thought was like, you know, a good friend, a dear friend to you, but this person is not reciprocating your energy. So like take what resonates. Like I said, I just know this has to do with relationships of any kind. So wherever that resonates for you guys, just go with that. But back to this Ace of Pentacles, I just know no matter what's going on in your relationships, you have a lot of wonderful opportunities coming your way, and you should be ready to prepare yourself to take these opportunities, because they're going to bring a lot of good fortune and money for you, and just a lot of success and abundance and new beginnings in that regard when it comes to career. It could be a new job that you're taking to in this year. For some of you Virgos, you might be starting a whole new job, or starting your own business and being your own boss. Like it can go in multiple ways. But you are going to see a lot of changes in the area of your work, but like really healthy, positive changes. Now, with the Five of Cups in the reverse, let me reflect over that one. That's talking about like acceptance and forgiveness. So let's go back to relationships. I think you're finally going to reach a place where you're going to just accept the fact that you're going through these hardships with some of your relationships, or a relationship of any kind. You're accepting the fact that sometimes like I said, things aren't reciprocated in our relationships, or sometimes people just aren't perfect. You know, everybody is flawed. And I think you're learning to accept that, Virgo. You're accepting that nobody is perfect, and like there are just people in your relationships that will make mistakes and not meet you halfway in a situation, and you just have to forgive that person and just understand like they're on their own journey of self-discovery, and everyone's going at their own pace. So even if like you could be in a place where you're ahead of this person, like maybe spiritually, like more aware, but this person's not in the same place as you, they're still learning about themselves and becoming aware of themselves. So you just have to forgive that person for knowing that they're just going through their own process, and just accepting the fact that nobody is perfect. Nobody can always fit our ideals and what we want them to be. So, especially for you Virgos, like you guys are very idealistic in what you want your partners to be, especially with being organized in your relationship. So if someone's not meeting that standard, you can become very critical. So just learn to, just like I said, acceptance is really going to be what heals it, especially if you guys aren't even permanently breaking up. If it's just, like I said, a temporary break you're taking with your partner for coupled Virgos, then this is what you're going to need to do if you're trying to bring the relationship back together, is forgiving and accepting the fact that your partner is just going through their own things, and that they're doing the best that they can to grow and evolve, but they're just not going at the same pace as you. And you just have to accept that and find a way to forgive them in that sense. Especially if it was something that wasn't like, if they didn't do something majorly bad to you, you know what I mean? It could have just been miscommunication, or like you guys just haven't been as intimate lately, or you know what I mean? Like it could just be minor stuff too. It doesn't have to be major. And then for those of you who are like, you know, you're permanently separating yourself from this person in this breakup, you just have to make peace with the breakup, with the ending, and just accept the fact that it is what it is, and take the lesson from it, and just forgive that person for where they went wrong, and forgive yourself, because nothing is ever perfect, like I said. So take what resonates. And again, for single Virgos, this, like I said, this goes for other relationships, for family, work, friendships. You know, that all ties in together. So just go with what feels right, and just find a way to move past your emotions from this situation, because I think that's what's getting to you the most, is your emotions. So yeah, I'm going to move to the bottom, the second quarter now, and get deeper into it. So we have the Six of Pentacles in the reversed. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the reversed. We have the Seven of Wands in the upright. We have the Chariot in the upright. We have the Fool in the upright. We have the Artist in the upright. Okay, so like I said, for coupled Virgos out there, some of you who were coupled going into this year are definitely coming out single. Just because I'm getting this energy of like, you're not like, you were working together with somebody at one point, right? In a partnership, you guys were working together as a team. Now this is in the reverse, so it's like you guys aren't working as a team anymore. Like you guys aren't on the same page anymore. You're on two different wavelengths. One person is being greedy and selfish and is taking more than the other is willing to give. Like someone is taking more than they're giving, you know, because there's a lot of that in relationships where you give so much and then the other person's not giving enough in return. And it's like I said, it's unreciprocated, it's uneven. So maybe at one point this was like an even partnership where it was an equal give and take, and now that's not the energy anymore. Now this person's not giving as much as they were. And they're being greedy and selfish in this way, and this could feel very cruel to you. Just knowing that like at one point you knew you were working as a team with this person and things were going really well, but now this person's really not willing to work with you in that kind of way, to give more. And I think you're having a hard time accepting that, because like you feel like you wasted all this time and energy that you put into this relationship, because this is like the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is like wasted energy, wasted effort, wasted investment. Like after, it's like wasted work, like you put in years of work to then not get anything out of it at the very end. So you feel like you wasted your time, you wasted your energy on this relationship, knowing it didn't bear the fruit that you were hoping it would, because you invested a lot of time and energy and maybe even money into this relationship. Blood, sweat, and tears type of thing, to then not get the results you were hoping to get. And I think that's really weighing you down going through this failure in this relationship, and it's causing a lot of feelings of mistrust within you, and it's pushing you to have to reevaluate the whole situation in general and how you view this person. Because like I said, you're gonna forgive the situation and let it go, but you're just like, obviously you're still just upset at the fact that like you put so much effort into this to then not get the same effort in return, and that's really like causing you to just feel angry and like defensive, like Seven of Wands, like having your guards up, just being like, yeah, because after you go through a breakup, like, and again, these are for people who are going through a breakup. I'm going to go over it in another way as well, but for those who are going through like a breakup in a relationship, like usually when you come out of that, you're going to be feeling very defensive, not wanting to let people in because you're hurt, you're hurt over how you were treated in your last relationship. So once you're single, you're just like, yeah, I'm not letting people in. I'm not looking for love. Like, I'm on my own. I'm protecting my heart. I'm protecting myself from getting hurt. Like, very defensive. Because I think this person hurt you, and because they hurt you so badly, you're just not wanting to let people in after, because you just like I said, after you feel like you failed at something that you put so much work and effort into, it can cause this feeling of like being angry and defensive and hesitant to let people in, and just unwilling and being stubborn to like connect with people in this way because you just don't want to get hurt. You just want to protect yourself. Yeah, and then like I said, for those of you, it goes the same way for any other relationship. For those of you who are single, this could also be talking about someone you worked with, a coworker, because this is Pentacles, right? So this could have been someone you were working with as a team in your business. You guys could have been business partners, and now they decided that they don't want to work with you anymore. Like you guys could have started this business together, or like at least you were working this business together, like as like literally like close as a team, like you guys were doing it together, like that person filled one role and you filled the other role, and you guys like complemented each other and balanced each other out. This business partner you had, but now this person is like quitting, and doesn't want to work with you anymore, and you're having a hard time with that because you're like, what the heck, like we invested so much in our business, we put so much money and effort into this, and now you're just wasting all of that and you're quitting. So like yeah, and this could be, some of you could even be, you could be the ones quitting, you could be the ones quitting a job and just saying fuck it, like I'm done putting energy into this because it's not paying me enough. I feel like that's only for a little, like a small amount of Virgos, because I feel like most of you Virgos are doing totally fine. Like in your job financially, I feel like you're doing great. I think that's going to resonate for a small select few of you. I get more so though it's talking about somebody else, just because there's two people in this picture. So, well, three people technically, but it's like two people working as a team. So I get more so it's focusing on the other person, but like I said, take what resonates. Yeah, and again, you're just gonna have to forgive and accept that this person doesn't want to work this job with you anymore and is blazing their own trail. Even if like, you guys invested a lot into it, you just have to accept that some people just don't share the same path as you, and you just have to be okay with that. But again, like however it looks for you guys, you're just going to be feeling very defensive and not willing to let people in as easily because of all of this mistrust you're getting from your relationships, or the feelings of mistrust they have placed within you. And you're just challenging those feelings and you're struggling with it. You're struggling with like having to deal with moving on from these relationships because we have the Chariot. So it's like, you're totally like, yes, I'm moving on, I'm moving forward, like, because you're not going to stay complacent and stuck. You know how to keep moving, Virgo. But as you're moving forward, you're just not letting people in. You're just like, I'm gonna move on. Like, I'm good with moving on, but man, like, as I'm moving on, I'm moving solo. Like, I'm moving by myself. Like, nobody close to me, nobody to mess with me because I'm protecting myself. Like, I just feel like you're on your solo dolo. Like, you're just gonna focus on yourself at this point, because you guys do just fine by yourselves. Virgos can be very independent. So like, I know you guys are gonna be able to take care of yourselves just fine. But I think you're just more so frustrated that you had to get to this place of like having to move on and like let this go. Because like I said, you put a lot of effort and energy into this to then not bear the fruit and labor that you put into it. So, but as long as you're moving forward, Virgo, that's really what matters at the end of the day, because, you know, it's better than staying stuck in a situation that's not going anywhere. So you're going to take control and you're going to reach victory in that sense with moving forward and, you know, focusing on taking care of yourself and protecting yourself from these people. And then from that point forward, as you move on and you let go and you forgive the situation and yourself, you have a new beginning ahead of you, the Fool. You're going to be taking a new journey, exploring new horizons and territory, new beginnings, meeting new people. Single, like I said, for those of you who are coupled, you're coming out single and free and like, you know, just carefree and playful. Like you're just exploring life and discovering more about yourself. And you're ready to maybe like go travel to some new places. If you're into traveling, you're going to be traveling to some new places. You're going to be taking opportunities that are coming your way related to your career that are going to be really good for you. These career opportunities could involve traveling or moving to a whole new place entirely. So keep that in mind. You might even, some of you Virgos might be moving to a new place by the end of 2021, but this will be like really good. Like it'll be something you actually want. And you just have a lot of things to look forward to. The good thing is it's like I'm not seeing you guys being stuck in heartbreak or anything. Like you guys are like, you're good. Like you know how to keep yourselves organized and focused. So I'm not too worried about you guys. I think you got a good head on your shoulders. You're going to be just fine. These new beginnings are going to bring a lot of potential for you though, and the chance to be able to go on adventures and explore, new places of opportunity. So that's going to be looking really good for you. And then with the end of the year, I think these opportunities are going to allow you to be in the artist mode. You know, you're going to be creating in these opportunities you're taking. You're going to be creating new beginnings for yourself. You could be, as an artist, you could be an artist yourself. You could be a musician. You could be a painter, a writer. Whatever type of category you fall under as an artist, by the end of this year, you could just be feeling inspired to create, or your career could involve you being an artist and creating and making music, or like I said, doing anything that involves the arts within like your creative hobbies. You could be making a career out of that. And if you're not, it's just, I think you're just going to be in this creative mode, wanting to create a lot by the end of the year after like everything you went through that could inspire you to want to create new things. And just be in this visionary mode and just feel passionate about like your career and what you're making for yourself. Like you're gonna be, I think it's just like you're focusing on your life purpose. At the very end of the year, it's like you don't even care about relationships anymore because you just care to fulfill your life purpose. And I think that's where, at the end of the day and the very end of the year, that's where your heart is going to be, is just focusing on your life purpose and yourself and these new beginnings you're creating for yourself. So that actually looks really good. Not to like, you know, shun out all the other stuff, but like I said, like, I just feel like you guys just are handling this in a really healthy way, and that it looks good because I don't know, to be honest, like, a lot of the other tarot readings I was doing for the zodiac signs did involve a lot of separation and heartbreak, and a lot of signs were staying stuck in the sadness and the heartbreak. But you, Virgo, like, I love the fact that you guys are not wallowing in your depression. You're just moving on, you know, you're moving forward. You're doing what makes you happy. So that's inspiring. Like I said, there you go. That's that star. Like that's inspiring. You inspire people, Virgo, because that's the type of energy people need to be in when they go through like a rough period in their life with a relationship or certain relationships. To just still be confident in yourself and believe in yourself and do great things. Like, instead of letting people take your light and dim your light, you're not letting them, like, because you are the star. So yeah, I think that's all I'm getting from the tarot, but I will pull an oracle to kind of wrap this up and see what your lesson and advice is for the year of 2021. So what is Virgo's lesson and advice 2021? Just take one and put these other ones back. Okay, sorry about this. This is bugging me. Oh, my OCD. Anyway, so we got breathe. So I will read this card to you. Breathe. When negativity surrounds you, create a space where you can take a few minutes of reprieve to regain rationality. Close your eyes and take a slow, deliberate breath. Visualize love and positive energy coming to you with each breath in. Imagine you're releasing fear every time you exhale. Take a moment now to practice breathing techniques. This can help you feel replenished. With effort, try to make your breaths a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. Longer, deeper breaths have a direct effect on your nervous system. It is human to take shallow breaths when you're in tense situations. Feel how much healing you can experience by being mindful of your breathing. Mermaids and mammals in the ocean must surface to take a breath. This card comes up as a perfectly timed reminder for you to stop for breath. When you learn to take long, slow, deep breaths, life takes on a new quality. You will be more able to appreciate the beauty around you. The mermaid reaches for the surface of the ocean. Just as you reach to break the surface of old patterns, you can transform an aspect of your life by slowing down and breathing deeply. As you read this message, did you take a deep breath? Or did you take a breath deep into your stomach and slowly release it? If not, do so now. So, yeah, Virgo, that's just kind of letting you know no matter what tense situations you're going to go through this year with some relationships you have that are close to you, don't let that negative energy, like I said, weigh you down in your health. Like, just take a deep breath, just breathe, like, move through the tense feelings and emotions and let it pass. Like, and just keep, like, taking those deep breaths just to kind of relax you. Like, focus on the good things. Because that, at the end of the day, like, that's just what's going to help you to keep moving forward, and to be healthy within yourself. So, yeah, I think that's all I'm getting for you guys, though. So I hope this was a helpful reading. If you guys want to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can go to my description link box below and go to my page, Mystic Yasmin, and you can send me a DM message. Other than that, you guys, I hope you have a blessed 2021 new year, and until next time, bye, Virgo.